Good evening, all.
Good evening, Mr. Chair. We will be starting momentarily.
As you know, I'm just going to be standing in the corridors, so you carry on there. Appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. I'm hanging in there.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining our first community development meeting taking place today, February 16th, 2022. Again, I know that our chair, Alder Douglas, is on. I will be handling the meeting as he is feeling a bit under the weather. So we're wishing him a speedy recovery. So thank you all. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to our planning workshop. I am the vice chair and due again to Alder Douglas, our chair, feeling under the weather. I will be leading tonight's meeting. He is in attendance. Please get well soon, Alder Douglas. We tonight are not taking any public testimony, as this is simply a planning meeting for the committee for this term. I will now read the notice. Community development. The community development of the New Haven Board of Alders will hold a workshop at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, via video conference at https://bit.ly/3bj6pxt and by audio at 929-205-6099 or 301-715-8592. Webinar ID 95877139189. With this special audio only password, *84653394140. To discuss and plan the committee's work for 2022-2023 term and other related matters. Per Honorable Frank Douglas Jr., Chair, attest Honorable Michael Smart, City Town Clerk. To join the meeting, go to https://bit.ly/3bj6pxt or once again 929-205-6099 or 301-715-8592. Webinar was as previously stated, and anyone can join and view on the Board of Alders YouTube page. For any accessibility related accommodations, please contact 203-946-7651 or 203-946-8582 TTY. Since the meeting is remote, participation by a quorum of members is expectedly prohibited at the physical location and will not be present. However, any member of the public may request in writing a physical location and any electronic equipment necessary to attend the meeting in real time no later than 24 hours prior to the meeting. Said individual should have be afforded if the meeting was held in person, with the following exceptions. Under the law, if such person loses the ability to participate because of an interruption, failure, or degradation of such person's connection to the meeting by electronic equipment, it is not required to adjourn or postpone the meeting. We will now begin this evening. I will now have the committee. I am the vice chair of the community development. If my chair wants to, thank you.
Yes, I will. Frank Douglas, Chair of the Committee, Ward 2, City of New Haven.
And once again, I am Alder Carmen Rodriguez, the Vice Chair, Ward 6.
Alderman Brian Wingate, Ward 29, Community Development.
Alder Sal DeCola, Ward 18.
Alder Kimberly Edwards, Ward 19, Community Development.
Alder Ellen Kupo, Ward 8.
Alder Alex Guzne, Ward 1, Community Development.
And I also want to acknowledge our colleague, Alder Honda Smith from Ward 30. And I also want to acknowledge Alder Sarah Miller from Ward 14. Thank you both for attending. Now, just by way of background, this community meeting deals mostly with anything related to buying as selling of property. Two other areas we are often engaged in is the consolidated plan, which is a series of federal grants that the city allocates to various nonprofits and city departments. We do that with the Health and Human Services Committee. And we as often meet jointly with other committees when there are land deals that involve zoning or tax abatement. So this committee is pretty busy. One is often in joint committees, as I just noted. So now we just have a brief discussion on other issues. I apologize. So now we just have a brief discussion on any other issues or questions you may have about our committee for this term. I'll go straight down the list to keep it in order. Again, it's a workshop, so we're just coming together to discuss Alder Douglas. Any comments on your behalf?
No, not at this time. I just believe, just make note that we are here to plan these and schedule the upcoming meetings for the fiscal year. Carry on.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Alder DeCola.
I have no comments at this time. Thank you.
Alder Brian Wingate. I'll move on.
No,
Alder Edwards.
I'm all set, Madam Chair.
Alder Edwards.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I did have just one question. What time frame are we scheduling the meetings within, and how many meetings do we think we're scheduling?
Let me get that to you shortly, as I do not have that in front of me. I do apologize for that.
I do have it. I could go over it. Bear with me. I'm a little out of breath, so just bear with me. So up and coming, first date of the meeting will be March 24th at 6 p.m. We will be discussing the overview for the city department testimony, nonprofit testimony.
Okay.
So we'll have this sent out to you, but let me just run it off anyways as I have it in front of me. April 20th, 6 p.m. We'll be discussing the nonprofit testimony.
Uh-huh.
April 28th, 6 p.m. deliberations.
Uh-huh.
The full board we will meet on May 2nd for the first reading of the Board of Alders. May 16th, second readings, Board of Alders. And we meet with management and budget on May 16th, also publish draft for public comment, annual action plan for 2022 and 2023. June 16th, also publish final annual action plan 2022-2023. So we also need to discuss the amendments and when the amendments should be in. That I don't have in front of me. Al, if you could help us out with that. There's a deadline on the amendments. If we're making any amendments on
Thank you.
our findings, all right?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
I-
Mr. Chair. And
I have no further questions, Vice Chair. Thank you.
thank you, Alder Edwards. So before I proceed, we will make sure that we get that list of dates to everyone on the committee, so that we, again, are aware of when the meetings are taking place and the joint committee meetings meet as well as minutes. Yes, Alder Wingate?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Are we going to be meeting in person starting in March, or are we going to be doing Zoom?
So again, let me address that with the chair who's feeling under the weather, and as soon as, because I want him to relax so we can decide on what we're doing. For the moment, we are meeting on Zoom until further notice. So again, we will circle back to the committee members and let you know our future plans regarding Zoom or in person.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're very welcome. Alder Cupo.
You, Madam Vice Chair. I just had a question about the schedule that Chair Douglas just described. Is that for the CDBG grant? Or okay, and so is it safe to assume that I think we meet what is today? Today is the 16th.
Third Wednesday.
The third Wednesday. So some of those are off schedule. Would we also be meeting on the third Wednesday as well, in addition to those dates, or are those the only dates that we'll be meeting this year?
Yeah, we may be meeting.
Yeah, I think you can count on meeting more than just the schedule that I gave you.
Gotcha.
Given the info that we get and
Okay.
the causes that arise.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're very welcome. And again, we'll try to get those out to you as quickly as possible so that we can all be aligned together and ensure that everyone on this committee is available to attend. Thank you.
May I just add, Madam Chair, Ms. Alder Cupo, also the management and budget is conferring with the different departments as we speak. So we'll be getting more detailed information for the meetings to come. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome, Mr. Chair. Alder Guzmay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do not have any questions at this time. Colleagues asked all the questions that I had. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Guzmay. And I also want to acknowledge Majority Leader Richard Furlow. So again, let me go ahead, Majority Leader.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if you were pausing for me to respond. We normally don't respond when we're off camera. But thank you for the acknowledgement.
Not a problem. Thank you for being here, sir.
So I believe if we have nothing on the table. If no one has any other questions or concerns, call a motion.
Anyone have questions at the table or?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I don't have any questions. We've been, doing this process for a little while. So I don't have any questions. I don't know if, the new alders need to get those dates again or not, but I'm all set.
I do want to make everyone aware, Alder Gizme, before I bring it over to you, I do want to make everyone aware that those who are new in regards to community development, we can connect Alder Gizme because Ron Gizzy has mentioned that he would be more than happy to meet with a few of us. So if that's something that you are interested in, I know that I will join in that meeting with you if that is of interest.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, that's something I'd be interested in. And I guess sort of another question. Yeah, if there's any materials or documents that could prove helpful to me as I'm beginning to settle in, or any other colleagues who might need those materials as well, that would be appreciated as well. But yeah, I'd be interested in, again, like I mentioned, if any colleagues or or any materials are available that would prove helpful as time goes on, that'd be helpful. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Not a
Yeah,
problem.
as soon as we get
Mr.
the, I'm sorry, as soon as we get the spreadsheets, we will make sure you get them. Sorry that I did mention that. All right.
Not a problem at all. We did meet very quickly, Alder Guzmay and colleagues with Ron Gizzy, and we will be getting out the dates and all the information needed. And Alder Guzmay, we definitely will connect you with Ron Gizzy. Thank you all. If there are no other questions, this is a workshop so that we can, again, as all the chair mentioned the date, we will get that out to everyone. Alder Wingate.
Yeah, I'm willing to help too with reference to the process and meet with Alder Guzman. It's a unique process around this nonprofit piece, and it always intrigued me to do it. And I'm quite sure you'll find it interesting, the hardware to the software, and where you can move money around and try to help folks out, the nonprofit. So I am willing to help out as well.
Thank you, Alder Wingate. I know you were the chair previously, and we greatly appreciate that. I also want to acknowledge President Walker Myers has also joined us. Know that this process, Alder Guzmay, this is my second term and second term in the community development, and definitely coming together with the chair and Alder Wingate and Ron Gizzy. We will work through the process, and all the colleagues previously, we all work together. So we will all know everything together and service our city as best possible with all the nonprofits and all. Correct, Alder Wingate?
Absolutely.
Thank
Madam
you.
Chair, absolutely.
Thank you. Any further questions?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Yes. Alder Pupo.
Yes.
Alder Guzmay.
Yes.
Alder Edwards.
Yes.
Alder Wingate.
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
think we can, just for practices, I think that we have to ask for a discussion.
Sorry. Discussion? See none? Alder Wingate,
Yes.
Alder DeCola,
Yes.
and Alder Douglas.
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. So everyone have a great evening.